issues surrounding our game, not particularly in football, but since we come from the sporting sector, we will appreciate that you assist us in helping each and every federation to promote, to also critique, and to also question in terms of our performances, in terms of our issues, in terms of payments and fundings we receive from donors, from national government for a better and transparent football association. So again, I want to thank you and assure each and every one present here and other librarians who are out there that we can guarantee that with our platform in terms of football development, reform, transparency, and good governance will remain a hallmark of the Football Association and will continue to develop our football together. We believe together we are all stronger, together we win, together we can make Liberia football far better than what it is. Thank you.
Normally, we need it to be for Chatakido, play football. I think one of top for that team. 2 weeks ago, Wakanga was also in playing ball ring. We need it so that at least people in Sierra Leone will feel free coming to Liberia to play basketball or whatever sport you want to play. People from Liberia will do like what. And the camaraderie will also help us to grow our sport. Like I was speaking to the basketball president of Sierra Leone. He has a Lebanese. That cannot happen in our country. They will fight. Honestly, I was shocked when he introduced him to me, somebody with Lebanese background to be president of basketball. That can happen in our country. They will fight you. But I was happy to see that. We hope that the camaraderie between Sierra Leone and Liberia through sports will also get to grow our fraternity. Thank you for coming. And like the basketball president said last night, you invite Liberia in November. Whatever it is, we'll also try our best to also come so that the basketball in Sierra Leone and basketball in Liberia will almost be the same.
Being this proximity to Liberia and Sierra Leone, I'm a beneficiary. I'm a beneficiary. You used to have one player called Ishmael. So there's another one called Baba George. Baba George discovered me because he said I played the Ishmael. And that's how he started to push me until I became. I played 9 years in Switzerland.
Also in China.
Different capacity. As one of the decision makers of this country, I sit at the table. And quite honestly, my entire background comes from sports. So my inflation and unwavering support will go to the sports section. But the fact that I have to leave my bed like this morning to be here, so you know about five. Very good. Thank you.
We are hoping by the end of this month, by the first of next month, to depart Liberia for Cairo, where we will be having training. Some of you journalists here will be given the opportunity this time around to go with us so that we can take the training section and we go to Liberia. We are for at this peak in this country. We are here to give the mindset of
A pleasant good morning, wherever you are. This is a reminder that you are tuned to the FM series of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. This is 2FM. We broadcast live to you through outside the nation's capital. 11 o'clock every Saturday. Sports talk comes your way. Well, the time check in studio is 7 after 11. Well, we are going to be discussing, with Liberia Football Association, the women's football acting manager Alita Masakwe. There's something that actually impressed me recently that prompted this particular invitation. That it makes, Alita is here and she will discuss this particular initiative, the partnership that CAF and RFF recently held led to the training of some inmates. So we're going to be talking about that. She was part of this particular training. So together we're going to be talking about it. But basketball leagues, we have first, second division leagues, we have the third division leagues. We have first and second division leagues, we have third division league, and we have the women's league as well. the women's league as well. So the leagues commenced officially yesterday at the SKD Sports Complex basketball gym. And all right, so we couldn't see Spartacus against Howie Kings, and the place was actually packed yesterday. Unfortunately, the leadership had problem with electricity, so the last game didn't count. We didn't see the last game being played, and the second game, Barrow and IE. So we couldn't watch that match as well. That other match, we were told it was postponed by the LBA, and we don't know exactly why. But actually, basketball games started. Basketball, the tournaments, the competitions started yesterday. On an interesting note, let me say congratulations to Lai, our boss, Lai to your team. Pinsway Bulldogs actually outperformed TS Warriors yesterday at the SKD Sports Complex basketball gym. Could you imagine you need a promoted team? They were in third division last year, and they got promoted to second division, and this season they're in the second division. And TS Warriors is one of the very best teams in the second division. The best of 5 series, yeah, they were defeated by Spartacus. That's how Spartacus was able to reach grand final with Highway Kings. So TS Warriors is one of the very best teams in the second division, but then seeing newly promoted team Pinsby Bulldogs defeating TS Warriors 65 to 35 points. It was a whooping, victory we saw yesterday. Whooping defeat, 65 to 35 points. All right, so Pinsway Bulldogs started on an impressive note. I hope this will actually continue. So the leagues will continue today at the same venue, the basketball gym here in Pinksville, SKD Sports Complex. So it will continue today, as I said, Saturday, the same venue in the first division category. Okay, let's start with 4:45 p.m. Defending champions commissioner, the females. Defending champions commissioners will face off against D Rockers in the women's division. So the women's division, 4:45, defending champions commissioners will be taking on D Rockers in the women's division. Then the second women's match. So 2 matches will be played today in the women's division. The second women's match will feature IE, or Invincible 11, and Destiny Queens. And the game is expected to start 5:30 p.m. Please, 5:30 p.m. is expected to start 5:30 p.m. Then the women's first division game of the day, and it promises to be the highlight of the evening. It will be played between Bushel Bulls and MP Patterns. And this particular one too is expected to start 7 p.m. All right. So I just talked about what happened yesterday. 2 of the games, or 2 of the matches that should have been played yesterday, they were all postponed. Not TS Warriors, please, but Hurricanes and Spartacus. It didn't play, we didn't see it, it was postponed. And then IE and Barrow as well. So 2 didn't play yesterday, but we saw, Pinsway Bulldogs in action against TS Warriors. So that's the features there for basketball. Basketball lovers, your leagues have already commenced. So let's come over, let's get this to kickball. Keyboard lovers, today the CSKD Sports Complex. You can go there May 4 Sunday. Let me get Saturday before I come to Sunday, please. Let me see what I can lay my hands on Saturday. Before, all right, let's start with Sunday, May 4. What I'm seeing is Sunday, maybe today there is no, we don't have games there today. United Royal Girls will be taking on Young Invaders at 12:50 p.m. at the SKD Sports Complex right here, where kickball games are always played. So United Royal Girls will take on Young Invaders at 12:50 p.m. Then Ancestors 2, remember we have 1 and 2. So Ancestors 2, playing in the second division, will take on SRCN at 1:40 p.m. Second division category, or League 2. Kickball people usually call this League 2. Then Blue Eagle will take on Yasmo at 12:30 p.m. 12:30 p.m. Blue Eagle and Yasmo. The in League One since Sunday, this week Sunday. I mean, tomorrow is next week. Next week Sunday. So let's say tomorrow Sunday. Amazon will take on Mighty Supreme at 3:30 p.m. Amazon and Mighty Supreme will battle at 3:30 p.m. Then Vision Sisters and Royal Sisters will meet at 4:10 p.m. And this will be Clash of the Titans. Royal Sisters are actually strong this particular season. They are proving to be invincible. So this will be an interesting match to watch tomorrow at the SKD Sports Complex. CYE and Aries will end the day's kickball encounters. CYE, Community Youth Empowerment, or CYE, and Liberia's oldest kickball clubs, Aries, 5 p.m. And this is the National Lottery League, Liberia Kickball Federation National Lottery League. So the two leagues, in fact, all the leagues are all National Lottery leagues. Okay, let's see what this is. Saturday. No, all right. I'm seeing Sunday. Maybe it was an error. Sunday, Saturday. If Emmanuel Surprise is listening, the president, they can send me Sunday's fixtures for this. Okay, for the kick. Saturday fixtures, kickball fixtures. Well, if there will be game there today, if not, yes, then that's it. All right, so kickball, basketball fixtures, we just heard them. So those of you are fans of kickball and basketball. So last week, Blackman Warrior was crowned champions of the Orange Cup 2024-25 league season, and they defeated the Shipping Boys of Leska, and that was in penalties shootout at the SKD Sports Complex in Attention Part match. So the game ended 1-1 on fee of play after regular and extra time before, these are people who were champions, last season of the second division category, and they were promoted to first division. And Liska, brilliant saves were made that day by Onisimon's Bean. And this is Blackman Warrior goalkeeper. We're talking about Onisimon's Bean. And actually was the man of the match, king of the match. He's the one who actually saved his guys. He did extremely well. Anyway, there were a lot of fans who were cheering Leska FC on the field that day, but unfortunately, Leska considered the favorites to win by soccer enthusiasts saw themselves being defeated. Penalty is actually a dangerous game, actually. Then the female category determined girls defeated World Girls 3-0 at the same venue. And this team proves to be invincible, and thanks the God that we have Alita here, we're going to be discussing female soccer. We will touch on most of these teams. All right, so let me just cross over to Alita and welcome her here in studio. Good morning, Alita. You're welcome to Sports Talk.
Good morning, Almin. Thank you for having me.
Let me see what the correct microphone what I have on. So good morning again. You getting me?
Yes, I'm getting.
Okay, you clear. I'm getting you on the other side. So welcome to Sports Talk. Have you ever been here?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with the mic. Thank you for having me.
Are you getting me now, right?
Yes, I'm getting.
Okay. Have you ever visited Sports Talk?
No, it's my first time.
No, your first
Sports Talk, Truth FM is my first time.
We usually invite men.
Yes. So you see, and you're female, you're forgetting to push your own agenda.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. So something actually moved me to do this, to send invitation to you.
okay.
Yeah, that particular training that I saw on girl recently at the Moreover Central Prison was actually impressive. But we'll come to that shortly. So tell us who really you are. Anyway, I introduce you. You are IT manager for the Women's Football Liberia Football Association Women's Football Department IT manager, right?
Yes, now you
Okay.
said it right.
All right. So tell us a bit about yourself. When did you start working with the Liberia Football Association family?
So as you said, I'm Miss Alita Masekwe.
Mm.
My journey with football started 2010. I was one of the few blessed people
Mhm,
to be a part of the Ministry of Youth and Sports vacation job program,
mhm,
and I was assigned to the Liberia Football Association for a month. And after the program, the FA expressed interest. We were five.
mhm,
They expressed interest in three person,
mhm.
and I became the only female among two guys. May his soul rest in peace. One of my colleagues, the late Kekula Flomo. And then, if I remember rightly, yeah, you were also a part of that journey. So, eh, from 2010 to now, I've been part of football. I can say not even part of football, but I've been living football. So, in
Mhm.
a nutshell, that is Elita in football.
Okay, so how did the love for football start?
Um,
Mm,
so, like when we have a conversation inside with friends, I can say,
mm,
football chose me because when it was the it was the season before that year before I've just made it my business to understand what football was
mhm,
because I had zero idea about what football was. It was an uncle of mine that took me to the cinema to see football game, and then I saw Chelsea and I saw Barcelona play.
mm,
I was inspired by Ronaldinho. They used to call him a happy player. So that's how I got inspired. Like, okay, so I should know more about the game.
mhm.
And then the next year, that program I applied for at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, I was fortunate to be assigned at the LFA.
Mhm.
So that's why I say football chose me.
Okay,
Yes.
you love all the European leagues.
Yes, I'm a
Mhm.
lover of you. I'm a lover of football everywhere.
Okay, in Liberia, Europe. Okay,
Yeah.
so which team do you love in Europe?
So I'm Barcelona fan.
Basel. Okay, I'm happy to have Basel here in studio with me, and we're having conversation here on Sports Talk this morning. All right, so let's first of all start with update women's football activities. You are one of those at the helm of power at the RFA when it comes to women's football. So let's start with the senior national team's participation in the upcoming WAFU tournament in Mauritania. So
So yes,
yeah.
our girls are practicing. They have been practicing for almost a month now.
Mhm,
They are getting prepared.
mhm,
They should soon hit camp,
mhm,
and the departure for year should be the 14th or 15th of May. They are going to participate in the WAFU tournament in Mauritania,
mhm,
which starts from May 18th to the 31st. So the gears are high, and as you invited us here, we have also said on other radio stations, I think this is time for Liberia to own women's football in Liberia because of all the support that go around, women football get the least attention, the least support, but we are the ones that are making headway. We make our strives, and our strives need support. We can't be doing this behind the scenes. So that's why I'm happy that Naomi Tappet of all person
Tapia.
invited me here today to the studio because I know we had conversation before. I'm like, Naomi, why are you not on board with the women football? So to see that you're still at Anthony, yeah, it would be a pleasure to be with Naomi
Okay, yeah,
because we need the
maybe this guy, I've never been invited by the RFA to form part of this. Actually, I promote women in every aspect of life. Once it is something or building something positive, I love to be part of it. Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
so I don't know when you say the FA where you come from because I had a conversation with you. I was like, Naomi, I would love to have you The same thing I said to Fatoumata, the same thing I said to Mariam, the same thing I said to Nanika, or maybe we're getting older, so it could be old age. Yes, but no, because when you talk about female in sport journalists, this is one of the names we hear on the radio.
Okay.
So why would it not be my business to want to have a Naomi Tape on board?
Okay.
When we want to have a agenda right now for women football is to brand women football, is to market women football.
Yes.
So obviously the radio is I learned this word from a previous talk show host. She can say it's the traditional a way of getting to our people. So
Yeah,
obviously,
the
yes,
only medium he used to communicate,
yes, it's the traditional media. She said, yes, the traditional media.
So you just raised a point, or you made a point that actually aroused my interest. That women women's football making headways, yes,
Yes, women
and then
football is making it.
yeah, and then you guys have the least support in the country. So I'm
Yes.
wondering.
So ourselves we cannot say this is because of this reason or not, but we can only ask that, okay, whatever reason it was that you lost interest in women football, whatever reason that you don't have interest in women football, we tell you this is a new era for women football. So your idea, our idea is needed, and together we can push the women football agenda. Not forgetting that know that football is one of the most empowering tools in the world. So if you join women football right now to push the agenda, you are empowering more girls. Keep that to the back of your mind.
It's true. So, okay, promoting the agenda, we promote that. Maybe you can use the radio like we are doing now to promote it. We're talking about support. I'm thinking about financial support.
Yes,
Yeah.
financial support. Financial support. The ministry will come to because the government, the team is the government property, it's Liberia property. So when we come to the government have consented to give the support, but they have given the support only to the women senior national team. And the question in our minds remain: we at the women football department, what happened to the U20? What happened to the U17? What happened to the U12? What happened to the U15? How do we have festival for girls under the age 8 to 12? So there's still a big gap.
Leaks because we
Yes,
have
but yes,
a
like
young league.
yes. So what happened to even building the capacity of the people that run women football in the country? Because you have medic, you have referees, you have coaches, you have match commissioner, you have even we bringing young girls to football now as escort. That you see the match with the players or the match with meetups and other things. How do we build the capacity?
I don't remember. You talk about mascots. Yeah,
Yes.
let me see. Okay. All right. So this is a very serious issue we're discussing. Your president met with okay, not your president, but LFA president, Liberia Football Association president, Raji met with the president of the Republic of Liberia to talk about football development in the country,
Yes.
and that includes the female leagues. We're talking about or female activities.
Football in
We're talking
general.
about football in general. So I do really know whether he held conversation, he sat and discussed with you people. Okay, we are going to discuss with the president. Maybe women's football development will be on agenda as well.
And Naomi, in my years in football, it's my first time I have seen the LFA president and his executive committee being intentional about women's football. If it's not for this executive committee and the president, led by the president, I don't think women football have been able to reach this far. So if you ask that question, I will tell you women football will be one of the first things the president will say to the president of Liberia.
So he's very enthusiastic when it comes to women's
He's
football
not just
development.
enthusiastic, he's intentional about
Okay.
women's football.
All right. All right. So he's intentional about football development holistically in the country.
Yes,
What are
but
women? What are the under 12? What are the this
yes,
that?
but when they say women football,
Mm.
I can tell you that he's more intentional because come to think about it, football have been existing in Liberia for a while. And then it's like it's a natural thing for them to just push the male football. But when it comes to women football, then is something else. So that's why I think our president had made it his business to be like, okay, if we will have pushed people, he has seen people push their agenda of football, 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 but the male football is always the first priority. But this president is, if we're talking about football now, we start with women football and then we can go with all other aspects of football.
All right, so talking about Mauritania, we expecting the senior national team to make a trip there to participate in the upcoming World Food Tournament.
Obviously.
What should we expect? Because we are sick and tired of hearing, we push the government to act to support, but then when we are impressing the general public, then the government too will see need to assist us. So what should we expect
So
about
Naomi,
it in the midst of the
if you're
challenges?
playing football for a while now, I think you will know that football is about preparation. Football development start with programs. And so if you say today the government is supporting football, you don't expect that okay, somebody that is learning how to crawl
Mm,
obviously start walking immediately. This is a gradual process. But I can
mm,
say to you, if you have followed the channel of women football, you will know that we have graduated from one stage to another. Not forgetting our qualification to America, our U17 made us proud. Yeah, those are processes we are putting in place. We started with only the senior national team, but now we have U20, we have U17.
mm.
So you can also see the pathway we are trying to create. Now the girls from the U17 that played then, they have graduated to U20 and senior national team because of their age. So we don't say don't expect, but expect with the mind of development because for us right now is to develop the team. It's now a one day result. I see a lot of time I listen to radio and then as soon as they say game, then everybody get the momentum of win, win, win. But the preparation before the win, then nobody attention was drawn to that. So it is none that was saying it's not a bad thing to say you want to win, or but we're saying to you, yeah, if you want to win. Why you as a fan said, why are you not you're not supporting? Now we get jersey at the LFA, buy the jersey at least. Those cash will be used for programs. You can even donate to the national teams. So it's a whole package. So we shouldn't just look for the end result. And most of the time, that's why I see people don't want end result and they want good news. Let's start from the roots. And then the victory you want, it will be a continued process. It will not just be a off and on. And not forgetting, I hope the frustration from you're watching the male game. I hope you're not trying to connect it to us because we're not too much of that your deal with thing.
The women actually they try their best when they go outside there actually.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so Elephant Calf Women's Reform Program for Female Inmates, and this is what actually moved me to invite you. You just
Mm,
stated that I've never invited any female to come here and sit with me to discuss,
yes.
football,
And I know.
especially women's football development. So CAF in partnership with LFA in partnership with the Confederation of African Football. It was last week Monday, right? That you
Yeah,
guys
so yeah.
officially launched.
No,
Yeah,
last week
week before last or
yeah,
last week?
last week Monday, the 21st, and then to this week Monday. It was
Yeah.
a 8 days program, 21st to the
Okay. Now,
28th.
we launched the Reform Initiative, and you say it was designed to equip female inmates with CAF accredited coaching certifications, enhancing their employment prospects. Meaning, when they are released, and one of these days, I know a lot of them, those who are not serving life imprisonment,
Mhm.
sentence will be one day they will be
Yes,
released.
one day they will be released, and then we want to tell them that the football body, women football is open to them, open arms.
Like,
Yes.
yeah,
So on the reform program, that was a brilliant idea from CAF. That program had been run in Sierra Leone, if I'm right, Sierra Leone and Ghana, and then CAF knowing that women football is on the hairline, sold this idea to us and we embrace it. This is a CAF and Liberia sponsor, LFA sponsor program. This is telling the public, not just only the inmates, but the public that football is not only for entertainment. Football is also used to transform people's life.
yeah.
Yes. So if you know that football can transform people's life, then why not include women from all aspects of football when football is about inclusivity? So that's why we brought the idea, and the women in the cell is also female. So when we say female, It's like we cross border, we go beyond borders for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
females.
And how
So we
was
were happy to have 23 participants,
yeah
and
23 inmates?
no, it wasn't 23 emails. It was 20 emails, two
Correction officers?
correction officer, and one administrator.
That was great. Okay.
Yes.
When I read your release, you said in the release that coaching the LFA, you said the coaching course also aims to leverage football as a means of rehabilitation and fostering positive transformation.
Yes.
Yeah, this is actually great. So how was it like? I had actually wished to be part of this, to witness at least one of these days that you people were there. You spent a week, right?
Yeah, it was kind of weak. It
Yeah,
was
but
kind of weak.
it just slipped. I'm so much obsessed with a lot of things. It just slipped from my mind. I mean, actually, I felt so very, very bad when I
So
saw the release
when
that
we
he has
when we
ended.
when we spoke on the reform and we said transforming people's life, and we said that it also deal with the mental health. And for me, a personal experience, we said it, but it was words we were saying until I had the opportunity to see the girls the first day in the program when their mood changed. It was a roller coaster of mood in there. One minute they were happy, the next minute we had few that had challenges as far as death of the family member. And then from the program to the classroom and then to the practice pitch,
Ish.
and the way the way they forgot the problem is like somebody crying for someone they lost so dearly, and then they put it aside like, I want to be part of that program, and they left it that okay, like the crying can wait or the bereavement can wait, and they join the class, and they at some point I almost cried because
Wow.
it was emotional to see the at first hand how
Mm.
football can transform people's life. It was a exciting moment. They forgot the problems,
Okay.
and at the end of it, they were like, "You're thinking so much." Like I was like, "That is the mental part of it."
Okay.
Yes,
So it was both theoretical and practical.
yes.
Done right at the Morovia Central Prison.
In the Moravia Center prison, we ate, we laughed, we danced together at the Moravia Center. Those are human beings. Yes, they're taking correction for something they did may have done wrong, but they are still human beings. They still have feelings,
Wow.
and it was highly embraced. But first off, I want to say thank you to the Justice Ministry.
Mhm.
Thank you to the Correction Center of Moravia, the administrators, the staff, and even thank you to the inmates because it was so welcoming. It was a place that at the end of the program we didn't even want to leave because they were like
So what is amazing is that the inmates were receptive. They
very, very receptive.
they actually
I
appreciated the
wish we could
initiative.
share the
Yeah.
recording with you and hear the voices making their own comment or how they felt with that program. Not even wanting for
So
us to leave.
that only tells you that some of them are remorseful and they are willing to be transformed and then reintegrated. And
So
a lot of them can still live from it and be assets to their
yes,
society. Yeah.
I'm very sure of that.
Wow. So then just I call you for this particular, so is this is your first time doing this, right?
Yes,
And you
our
stay
first.
in Morovia.
Yes, it's happening
Okay.
in Morovia.
I'm thinking about decentralization of this particular initiative, whether that will be possible. You have other, facilities too.
Yes.
Kakata, we have Banga, we have Kanta, populated counties like Nema, you also have Magibi. So tell us about it, please.
So this project when we discussed with CAF, it was a one-time project, but we at the LFA Women Football Department have also looked at it from that aspect of the different counties. So we are doing proposal where we can sell to NGOs, where we can sell to business entity because at the Liberal Football Association, this is how we build the capacity. So if this proposal is soon to entities and we have the fund, of course, why not? If we can do it to Moravia Central Prison, we can do it for female anywhere. We are waiting to go, and the people, as the people can say, we are waiting to go in the host for female.
Okay. So CAF is partnering with RFA. So I don't know the in the proposal what really was discussed. Uh, was it just the Moreover Central person alone that was the target, or I mean other
So
facilities?
for CAF, this is a pilot project. This is a new project for them. So I can say it was a trial version, and my staff is hoping that we can do more. I'm sure they are looking at it because we have also said to them too that we have done this in Morovia, but obviously there's a lot of other correction centers, and there are more females there. So we hope to hear from them on that.
And that would be very great, you know.
Obviously,
That would be extremely great. And most of the inmates, as you rightly said, they will forget about their trauma actually.
oh
And
yes,
yeah. So I really like this. So anytime you people doing it, please let me know that me be part of this.
will be a pleasure, Naomi.
And I actually wish it was possible that authority can allow some of them to come and sit and discuss, how important this
But you
particular
can,
training
during
is
the
to
program, you can have an interview with them. The only thing that you don't record their faces, but you can
the.
do voice recording and they can tell you
We have some
what
of
they
the
feel like.
recordings.
Yeah, so when you list with our media person, Anthony, he will be able to assist you with that.
Okay, so that's great. Okay, if you just tuning in, this is Sports Talk. We in conversation here with Alita Masakwe, acting manager. Okay, acting Liberia Football Association Women's. Yeah, the women's football
Football,
acting
department.
manager. Okay, thank you. All right, so let's go quickly to this other topic. Whether Liberia will benefit from this year's FIFA Women's Football Development Program.
Oh, so FIFA Women Football Development Program. This I think this is another program that you missed. We had previously in August last year. We launched our strategic plan.
I was there
Oh,
during the
you were there.
launch.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. So you are part of that one.
I was
So
invited
we
by the
launched
NFA.
our
So,
we
I was,
launched our strategic plan. That is a 4-year plan, and based on our 4-year plan, we we took upon the FIFA development program to peruse it and saw what aligned with the women football strategic plan at this point. So in that, we were able to apply for 6 programs, and the 6 programs are the women lower league development, capacity building, club licensing, campaign, um, the elite coach program, and we were able to FIFA after thoroughly reviewing our document and all steps, they were able to approve 5. We have 5 of the programs right now
wow.
that is approved. Yes.
Okay.
So the capacity building district, we decided that football is not only in Morovia. When we started women football, we started women football in Morovia. That's why I can say women football is making a great impact, because when we started with 8 clubs, 1 league, but now we have 5 leagues in 7 counties. Before, we had only 1 county that women football were in. So these counties include Maryland, Grand Gila, River G, Grand Crew, Lopa, Nima, and Morovia, Montserrado. So we have decided that the lower league development is not only Morovia,
Yeah.
but it's also Grand Gila, there's also Maryland. So we are taking capacity
Other
building there,
countries.
yeah, for other counties.
Mhm.
And the capacity building right now is we want new referees in the county. We have lacked female referees in the county, so we need new female referees. We are going there for this. It's going to be a whole roadmap from one county to another until we complete before we come back to Morovia. So also we want new female coaches. When we started women football, we started with 1 coach. And I'll show is Coach Euphemia Wazin, be licensed coach. And now we can say we have 32 female coaches, and then we did a CAF license C course that brought 14 others on board. So we are like 46. We have 46 coaches right now. So on the referee end, we have 99 female coaches, and just a few days they had 12 were added.
With the 99 female
Coaches
coaches.
all around Liberia.
Okay.
Yes, not just in Monrovia.
So you're applying effort to encourage women to participate in sports,
Mhm.
especially with discussing football. But I can
Yes.
discuss sports here when I come here because I'm into basketball and other sports as well, like the kickball. So for years, women had this problem of participating in male-dominated fields, and sports are also part of these fields. We're talking about like the basketball, the football, the SYZ. So you are applying effort to reach out there to encourage women to form part of this. Are they trying? Are they trying their best to form part of this? Are they applying effort to
So
stand tall in a mix of men to make them to believe that gone are those days that women were marginalized, that they were just told that yes, you belong home, just master your home chorus. Are they trying to stand tall to redefine their own stories and make people to believe now that they can take their broken pieces and then and make it a goal?
yeah, so one previously I was stating I was giving the ratio of females
Mm,
from where we started to now, and with the even with the players when we started we were around 240 players. Now we are discussing 2,800 plus. That alone can tell you that females are taking the mantle. But it's a gradual process. We that the women football department understand that we are women, we are dedicated people. So in order to get women on board is like we need more push. So they are coming, yes. That
mm,
the process of before and now is different because now you can have a girl child walk up to you to tell you, say, I want to play football. Now you can have a girl child parent take her to the field to play football. So we can tell you, say we are there, but we will get there.
reaching there gradually.
We are getting there gradually, but we're not what we used to be. Obviously,
Okay.
we're not.
So the narrative changing gradually.
Yes,
But do you
gradually.
still face problem in your effort to have women included in sporting activities? Do you still face problem? Because some areas, like, there are other cultural practices that actually prevent women from participating in this particular, things we're talking
Yeah.
about, like sports in general. Yeah.
So one thing we saw that was affecting it was mainly about education.
Mhm.
That we needed to educate people about football. So we do reach out. We reach out to parents. Like we are on the radio now. We're reaching out to the public.
Mhm.
Like when we're in Lofa, we reach out to the radio to the public. We reach out to player parents. So when we had this interaction, people ask a question that is on the chest or question that they feel that um they shouldn't allow the girl child to play, and that's why we are able to communicate with them. We are able to tell them the benefits of women football.
Mhm. The
So
importance, I
yes,
was
the
coming to
importance.
that point to, to have that notion erased that it will make your child, to be rude, or it will make your child to think that
No, it make your child look
I
like
mean, she
man.
is for me.
Yeah,
She's
it
not.
make your child
Yeah,
look like man.
okay.
And that's because our society have, especially the women component, have been close to women taking care of the body. We forgot that women are at certain level when we aging, our body gets certain form. That football is also about physical fitness.
Mhm.
Yes. So that physical look it bring to you is not making you like man. It's adding to your health. That's how people fail to understand. But now, as you can see now, I mean, there's a lot of females in gym. People want to transform their body.
Mhm.
So if you see a female fighting to go to gym, it means that they're gradually understanding why football is important. It's not making the culture look like man. It's keeping
Exercise is important.
yes, it's keeping them fit. It's keeping them healthy.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about it. Just in the women's leagues across the counties.
Oh yes.
Mm,
So we were in Maryland for the closing of the women league. That is another very spectacular area to be like. In Maryland, the girls doesn't know no other sport. In Monrovia, yeah, we got different sport. In Maryland, the girls are disciplined. In Maryland, the girls' ambition is football, and you can see that it's football from 2 years old to whatever age it is football. It was a beautiful thing to watch, and then we came to Grand Gila. Grand Gila League is still on. We got River G. Yes, we are yet to close with them.
Mhm.
Morovia. Yes, we have closed our leagues, and as we can say, this is what we in women football we love to see. That our present champion, Determined Girl, was one of the underdogs of yesterday. So we at the women department and the NFA, with the way we have developed football, with the coaches, with the referees, with the players, that
Mhm.
alone have to brief another team up, because when we were here we discussed F Inter and Blanco, those was the big teams before. So now we see we discuss Bushro Queen, we discuss Shatter, we
Mhm.
discuss the Demi Girls. These are the things that are taking here away now in women football. So obviously now as I can call them, these are our double champion of Orange Cup, champion of the league. So obviously, we're
Yeah.
going to
Uh,
work with them again
Four,
for the
four, four,
CAF Champions
four
League.
good seasons in a row.
Yes,
Determined
4 good seasons.
girls have been crowned, as the champ, right? Or
Yeah,
the champions. So I was coming to this. Now it makes me to think about the competitiveness of the league, the upper women's league. So if a single team can be crowned champions 4 straight seasons in row, so what does that tell you about the league now? We
what
are
does that?
discussing here that the women's leagues are improving. It is
Yeah.
true, the eye. But do you think there's a need for competition in the women's league?
If you ask this question, then I'm kind of wondering: have you been on the field to see
Yeah,
Determined Girl and Shatter play?
yes,
Have you been on the field to see Determined Girl and Bushwick Queen play?
yeah.
But obviously, it's football. So the more you invest in football,
Mm.
the more you outcome you get. So for Determined Girl, it's
You
the
asked
season.
me what
Even
are
even
key
in even
determinants.
in Europe, you asked me if I'm a fan of Europe. Even in Europe,
Yeah,
there was a time that Man City dominated
yeah.
the league.
Good 3 times in a row.
Yes,
Yeah.
that doesn't.
Liverpool just won the
Yeah, so
champion.
that does that mean that the league is not competitive? No, it's the season. So it's the Temigal season.
So we will see other teams.
It was other team before the Temigal. Obviously, there will be other teams after the Temigal.
All right, so yeah, you were talking about again the Orange Cup. They just won the championship. So
Okay, so
you
you could see that they were there fighting with War Girls,
Wargers,
that
yeah,
another
and
team.
again at 3-0.
Yes, another team coming up again. War Girls were once in the first three, and then they drop, and then they back.
Yeah, they were
So
relegated and then
yes, back.
promoted. Yeah.
So you can see that everybody is still fighting. That is football. When the time is right, it will be War Girls time. When the time is right, it will be Shatter time. When the time is right, it will be Needing Warriors, or it will be any other team. So that's just football.
All right. Okay, so what are some of the challenges that you guys are faced with now, the women's football department that you would just like to discuss here?
One of our major challenges is that support the fans. We are calling on the public. Come watch women football game. Come watch your girl child play.
Mm.
It motivates them. Come support the girls. That's they got financial support, but they do have moral support as well. Those are things that encourage the girls to play football. And to the public, to all the women in different aspects of life, come, let's rally our hands around this women football. It's not a one person thing. If you're a journalist, if you're a politician, there's some idea that you will bring that will be great to the table. Football is not only for one person. I will be here today and come tomorrow. Before, there was my boss man, Mr. Francis Tama, that sat in this seat when you say women football business. It was Mr. Tama, and today I'm here. So women football is women business. Let's own women football together. We can grow. So this is our challenge that we tend to call on more financial support from the government.
Mm.
We tend to call the public to turn the face to women football. That your girl, your daughter, your sister, your niece, and just your friend, they in women football, can support them.
And FIFA supports women football.
Oh, FIFA, obviously, FIFA support women football.
So why is it like? Would you like to tell us how much?
FIFA support to women football is all about applications.
Mhm.
So if you apply and the local your document is accepted, is what they is fit the requirement,
Mhm.
then you are approved. You get finance, you get cash, and then you are going to do exactly what you have written them. So everything you do is going to be reported or else you'll be
So how
audited for that.
exactly do you need to report to FIFA before being accepted?
So
Or
is
what exactly is the criteria?
the women football brochure tells you every program got their own criteria. It's not a specific one for everything.
Every program.
Yes, every program
So how
they got
many
a criteria.
programs do you have? And do you reach out to FIFA for help? Do you write them?
Obviously, now if you are applying for women football development, it's like FIFA you are reaching out to.
And they have been accepting
So
you.
that is yes. I just told you we have 5 program approved. That is
Okay.
women football program exclusively.
And they will finalize the programs.
Oh yes, they're fantastic program. Yes.
And when you receive,
What you receive for the program is supposed to be spent directly on the program. If there's the acting line in that program that you want to change, you have to write FIFA first and they approve it before you change.
when you receive is not enough
No,
for
you
family, like email.
if the programs say women lower league development is 50,000, you are supposed to craft your program to that 50,000,
Okay.
not more than that. Yeah.
So okay, what I'm saying is, because we're talking about government should support women's football, and we're calling on the general public to rally support for women's football as well. Well, what I'm saying is, so what FIFA gives is not enough for the development of
No,
women's
it's not
football.
enough. It's not enough. FIFA is like okay, it's a beginner process, right? Or like to spice it up. That's what they gave you to spice it up. That when you like you cook a food and you taste it,
Mhm.
that tasting you are doing is to grow your interest in the food. So that's what they do. What they gave you is to spice that program up, to grow our interest as government or as Liberian to support our own program. So if it's on the program, some FIFA program lasts for only 2 years, they give you support for 2 years. And after the 2 years, you are being left with that program to be able to run. Whether you get support from NGO or from government, that is your business to run that program now.
Okay, so that's it. All right, so there are few people out there, maybe other people, because of religious or cultural reasons, they will say, "Oh, no, I'm a child would not take part in this, that they have different perceptions." So what's your message? Maybe this can just be you can include
In
this
football,
in
there's
your party comment.
in
What's the
football,
message?
there's no religion, there's no barrier. We in football we are one. We are just human being loving football. So um whether you are Muslim, you are Christian, football got nothing to do with it. So we are saying let the girls come to play. We at the Liberia Football Association Women Football Department, yes, we are the sister, we are the mother. And even you, why you not coming? You the parent, we want you too. We want you can be an assistant or match commissioner or something.
Something that to understand it doesn't violate any
No, it
moral.
doesn't violate no religious principle. No, football doesn't violate no religious principle. Football doesn't have interest in which religion you're coming from. That's what I just said. When you come to football, you're just a person coming to football.
Some
No, that cultural issue, no. If you're supposed to pray at 7, yes, you have that time to go pray. You tell your coach, yes, obviously you go pray. If you're in the women football department, obviously what do we have to do if you are Muslim? No.
ah,
Mhm.
see your party comment, please.
Okay, so to the Truth FM family and to you, Naomi, thank you for having me. I'm happy that we had a program that inspired you. I hope we can have a lot of programs that inspire a lot of other people to come to draw their attention to women football. Because at this time, we tell you that women football is to empower women and to inspire greatness. So we are here at the women football department with open arms. Come with your expertise, come with your knowledge. Come let rally our hands around this women football. It's not a one person business. It's women in Liberia business. So thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so she's Alita Masakwe, Liberia Football Association Women's Football Acting Manager. She sat here as our guest on Sports Talk here this Saturday. So thanks a lot for coming, Alita. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. My name is Naomi Tapia
Thank you.
Erin, but will not just be here with it
Thank you so
today.
much.